So I was just meditating as I usually do before doing this thing. I will be drawing a card. Actually, I think I'll be drawing two today, one from the Magdalene Oracle deck and then one from the Work Your Light. And I just got this great, there are some times when you go around and you think you know what you need to know, and you also know that there's something needing to come even more forward. And I just had this experience of knowing more deeply. And it was mirroring up, not up, but it was mirrored in the meditation. And the thing is something about, I just put this one up because I'm not into all this white stuff, but I needed to change some things. And this is scarf, I don't know the right word for it, but for the wedding, for the female to wear. I bought it many years ago in Qatar. I was there on a journey, or I lived there for a couple of months, and I just thought it was so beautiful. It's black wool, and it's these patterns are with a golden thread, and I just love it. And it has been hanging for a while in my home, but it has always also been packed away. But I just thought of it today, and I found it, and I just put it up here. And when I sat down, I felt like this experience of the dark and the light. Yes, we know that. And the light, the sun's coming in from this side. I don't have any artificial lighting right now. So the light is coming in from this side, and this made even this darker side even more dark. And I was sitting here like, I like that. I have a black sweater on, my glasses have a black spot and then golden on the side and the orange. I don't know, there was something about being in the middle of the dark and the light and enjoying it, loving it, having no attachment to any of it. And I was just thinking about how much I liked, or I have been liking and still am liking, doing the shadow work, looking into all these aspects of ourselves, all these experiences of ourselves, and that transformation process that happens when we do the work, when we look at ourselves, our inner world, with deep confession and having no attachment to it. And see, that's a great point, because in the earlier days on my journey of the therapeutic work, I was burdened by it. I thought it was a hard work, and I was longing to have it done with, or to be done with it. And it was never done. And even today, things keep coming up, life happens, and we must deal with it. And sometimes it triggers something deep inside of us, and we will deal with that too. And the only way to there are many ways to deal with it, but if you function like me, I like to be with it, work with it, let it express itself through me. And of course, sometimes I feel burdened by it because I am so sensitive, and it can fill up my day if I let it. But also, it's such a beautiful journey to let the things like Lego bricks, letting them puzzle themselves together in a new pattern. And hopefully a better one, working better than before. But now I am most of the time not burdened by it, because I know the processes and I love them, and I love to let them build inside of me. So this light and the dark, and being in the middle of it and liking it, loving it, letting it make colors, that's very much what I think life is all about. Of course, there is so much more, or it can look differently, but creating colors, that's what we are doing. Allowing things to unfold through us, working it on our personal journey, individualized as we are having each one our own color, our own tone, voice, vibration, frequency, and it is changing all the time. So not getting stuck on anything, not defining, this is who I am, and I will do like this because that's me. No, 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 it can change all the time. Let it. Of course, be true to your inner core or midline experience where you are silent, this deep silence from within where nothing matters, where everything just is. Being able to have contact with that all the time, that deep breathing, that experience of neutrality. Being neutral is so important. Not being judgmental of anything, it's so important. And it's also so important to be able to be vital with it. See, there's a difference. Being vital, that's a neutral thing. That's the flower growing. And not being judging itself, whether it's underground as a seed or working its way up, perhaps struggling, or if it's full-blown flowering. The flower is in the process, and so are we. And the reason I say this and make this a longer video, I know, but you are free to skip this part if you'd like. Perhaps I'll do the timestamping in the description box. Then you can just click on the timestamp and you will find your way through the experiences coming from this, after this. But the reason why I take my time to say this, because it's dear to me, is also because in the meditation I had contact with my inner guides and they confirmed, yes, we are speaking on behalf of the High Council of Love and Light, and you are also part of that council. And I got this picture, it's like in the politics, in the government. There are somebody up in the top leading, but they cannot be leading without listening to the crowd. And in Denmark, we choose who's in the top. So at the election, we choose who do we want to have as a leader, representing what we believe. And everybody chooses, and all these chosen ones have to discuss and find solutions. And in the end, they will decide what we think is best. And that's the same thing with this High Council that I have contact with now. So they made it very clear that I am free to speak because I am a human being just as you are. And we are allowed to step into our power to speak because they will, just like in the politics, they will listen. They attract, is it called that? They take the information from us, what we stand for, each one of us. They take that information into consideration and then working with it to making choices, of course based upon their higher wisdom, to go where we all want to go. So, we are not heard. Yes, we are heard individually, and then it's taking into consideration for the whole, based upon the leader's knowledge and wisdom. But they do not sit there without having us letting them sit there. So we have chosen them, and they choose to listen to us. So I have this clear experience that, well, I can only speak for myself, but me and others, I must say, have we are in this channeled position of having information flowing back and forth. And they will correct me if they think that I am wrong, if I am speaking on behalf of them, but if it's not real. They say we will confirm or not. Yes, and they accept this, what I have just been saying. 10 minutes have passed, and I still have this card. I will take, again, 2 cards. First, today I'll take this, Work Your Light. Yesterday I also took from both of the decks, but then I took first the Magdalene Oracle, but now I just need to turn it around, going from the higher realms down to earth. Because it's just as important. We are all in this together. No matter what frequency we are in, no matter how bright we think we are, or no matter how caught up in the shadow side we are, it doesn't matter. It's needed. Everything is needed. You don't have to be the light, and you don't have to be sorrowful or sorry that you are in the dark, because it's needed. And then the first card out is the Crumbling. What are you clinging on to? That speaks directly into this not being judgmental of wherever you are. If you are in the dark side or in the shadow side, not the dark side, that sounds so ridiculous. But if you are doing your shadow work, or if you are caught up in the shadows without being able to doing the work yet, it doesn't matter. You will come into a process when you are finding out, when you are opening up to it. The solutions will come, and it perhaps will be taking some time to go through it, but it's part of the journey. So the Crumbling, what are you clinging on to? Great card for this. And the next I'll draw is from the Magdalene Oracle. I have been pre-shuffling and tuning in, and I'll just be shuffling now until one comes out. Or 2, we must see. But hopefully just 1, because I have been drawing the first one. And then I'll do as I usually do, read from the book, and then go into channeling to see what we can have come through to us. And yes, sometimes this takes a little time, and you are free to find the timestamp. Yes. Decision. I think this is working out very well for me, for us. Decision. I'm excited to see what it says in the book, but I can feel a lot of good stuff coming out from this. So first of all, the Crumbling. And it is an inquiry card. They have different titles, or they are bundled together, and this is the inquiry cards, and that is also what shadow work is all about. Going into this adventure about what's inside of me. What are you clinging on to? There is a shift happening right now, where anything inauthentic can no longer survive. Relationships, jobs, social structures, anything built on shaky ground is destined to tumble down. It's happening to bring you back home to who you truly are, both individually and to society as a whole. So you can live a life that is in alignment with who you truly are. When you are in the thick of it, it can feel like a personal attack from the universe. Have faith, because the difficult times will be your defining moments. You will be reborn in the fire. You are being called to surrender, to stop trying to hold it all together, to loosen your grip, to let the crumbling occur. It may be difficult at first, but in the end, the sooner you let go, the sooner the rebirthing will occur. What are you trying to hold together? What are you doing your best to avoid? How are you trying to pretend everything is okay? You have what it takes to allow what is falling away to tumble and fall. Once the tower has crumbled, you will be able to rebuild your home on solid ground with mighty foundations and a view that is so magnificent that it will take your breath away each new morn. Kali, the goddess of destruction, and the Black Madonna are with you now. Lay it all in their altar, on their altar. They can hold it all. I love this card. So then in the end there's a work your light inquiry. What are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? What are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? What are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? So are you fearing the nothingness? Are you fearing that nothing will come instead of the old that is not working? Well, I say, as all the masters have said, every end is a new beginning. But that's just my personal, that's not from the book. But have you seen, is it able to see on the video? That heavy building, that dark heavy building that's falling, it's making place. Perhaps there's lightning and thunder going on, and it seems so hard. But the thing that is growing up or coming out, first of all, there's a light, very clear, from above, and then it's beauty. It's fresh, and it's new, and it's green, and it's everything. Colors. It's colors. This, not many colors, huh? But this, colors. Yes. Beautiful card. And then there is the decision. You have an important decision to make at present, and the decision you make now will affect many around you for a long time to come. Be sure you know what you really want before you act. Take a few deep breaths. Take time out to clear your mind, and you will know. We are all part of one creation, energetically interconnected, and therefore what affects one also affects the whole. Everything you say and do, and everything you fail to say or do, has a flow-on effect. A positive effect can only be achieved by being true to yourself. The right decision is the one that sits comfortable inside your heart. Don't make your decision based on guilt or what you think you should do. Be true to you, for it is only by being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Don't they speak very well together? It's up to you. It's your decision how to work with yourself, how to work with the energies, and allowing to give yourself time to feel what's right for you. And then making the things that is necessary even though it's hard. Or even though you don't see what's coming. Having that faith in yourself and in the universe. Yes. So this works beautifully together with the meditation I had in the beginning. So I guess I will just close my eyes and see what comes through. Enjoy. Well, is there anything more to say? We can confirm these processes that you go through, it's necessary. It's necessary because you are doing that hard work of transformation, of transfiguration, really, literally changing in the physical. And therefore you humans are a very important, central part of the journey for all of us. Of course we are one, connected, and we are also doing the work. We are not physical, and therefore it is different for us. You know what it is like to be in the physical, being of the physical, and also being not of the physical, because you are both. You are expanding and being able to be both even more, physical and not. And that process is going on over time, as you perceive it, and it is also just an instant. Therefore, don't despair. You will realize in your instant moment that time is an illusion, and that it has also always passed, even though it has not begun. Because there is no ending, and there is no beginning. But all that is something you will grasp in time, your time. We are not worried. We are working with you. We are enjoying the mystery. And we are in awe of this co-creation that is being deepened all over the world and throughout the galaxy. See, the wisdom is expanding, and the co-creation throughout all the galactic nations, it's expanding and it's deepening, and we are here in the middle of it, and we love it. So for you, individual human being able to, being conscious about, taking your time to be you. Just that. Nothing more. And then you will experience the flowing through the life. You will be experiencing to be able to, not even be able to, because that's a doing, just experiencing life. That's the end goal, if there is any. And yes, there are many steps on the way, and there is important tasks to be done, and it is a treasure hunt. And you, of course, are the treasure. The sooner you find that information useful, the better for yourself. There still is work to do, because that's the whole thing. But knowing that you are the treasure and you are the key makes it so much more enjoyable and fun. And really, that is what life should be. Fun. But not without purpose. You have purpose here, whatever role you may take. Your bodily system, with all its aspect, the psyche and the thought forms, the mental health, as well as the physical. And this being able to be you, so much strength, so much wisdom in being you. Please, every day, take time to breathe. Not to be trying to get away from yourself, but actually the other way around. Take time to really be yourself. Even with this crumbling process, enjoy that. That is also being you, and that is also being us. We are linked together. We are one. We are working with you. You can feel whatever you would like to feel. Experience whatever you like to experience. Just best advice for today, for every day. Be it, experience it, but do not cling on to it. It's not yours to have, it's not you as such, it's experiences going through you in the process of transfiguration. Why? For what purpose? It's in the name of love. And that is evolvement. You are the universe. You are God in expression. And God is everything. It's just the nature of it all. God is not a he or a she or a personalized figure, no. It's just the nature of it all. You, as well as your neighbor, even though he or she, if she or he is conscious about it, doesn't matter. You just be you. And let everybody else have their own journey. The journey home. In love and in light and in the dark. We honor you as well as we honor ourselves. You should do that too. Honoring the process. Thank you for now. Yes. So these were the processes. Oh, sorry. These were the cards for today. It's your decision. Enjoy.